Sanitation Committee meeting to order. And Frank will explain what we're gonna be talking about.
Okay, we had a garbage truck tear up that unexpectedly a little bit. The bill for it to fix it was $20,712. I just asked for permission to, I guess, pay that bill. It was a vehicle that they couldn't fix here, had to go to Nashville, and that's what the bill come up whenever we got it back from Nashville. And that's how they do is if they add parts, they gotta program the truck and everything. And we don't have the stuff to program it because Mac won't release it. So they've got kind of gotta program it and everything, the new parts and everything that goes on.
What's wrong with it?
The emissions, the DELF. It's a diesel,
Mhm.
and that's the burner and stuff that burns the excess fuel or whatever.
You have any questions?
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay.
Thank
Make a
you.
motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Motion passes. We also need to try to get this on our agenda tonight. So we can go ahead and get this paid. How does that need to be? Does that need to go in a different motion?
We need to suspend
Pardon?
she needs to suspend the notification of the agenda, cause this needs to be,
To take to the full board,
uh-huh,
the full board does that when it takes up
okay,
new business.
okay, that's what we're.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Next,
The next is I finally have found a pickup truck for the animal control. The only drawback to it is we've always had white trucks and this one is gray. It's a dark gray. But as far as it's 4,000 something under budget. So, but that's the only drawback to it is it's gray. If that don't matter to y'all, it don't matter to me. It's a truck.
They need a truck so
Yeah,
bad.
and
I wouldn't care if it was red.
Yeah, how hard
Yeah,
it is to
truck.
get them these days.
Yes.
Kind of, but it is, it's under budget. Actually, it's $35,343.70. We had 40,000 budgeted for it. So I asked permission to buy that for the Parks and Recreation, or, good God, what am I saying? Animal control.
you're being very generous, Frank.
Well, I buy it for them, but for animal control.
Don't we have we have a gray vehicle or two anyway, don't we?
Yeah, we've got several dark gray
Okay.
vehicles that would be
Yeah,
similar.
the
Yeah,
police department, they've got
Yeah.
kind of all different colors.
I think it's a tough color.
I mean, they're hard to find white ones these days.
Okay,
You want a motion?
please.
I make a motion that we purchase that truck.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor? Motion
Yeah.
passes. Thank you,
See ya.
Frank.
Thank y'all very much.
6:50, and we will now call the Building and Grounds Committee meeting to order. And I will turn it over to Sean.
Good evening. I am excited to be here for this. So what I'm presenting to you is to adopt the 2017 National Electrical Code with amendments that are common that the state has adopted. And with that adoption, we can move forward with the process to appeal to the state to take over electrical inspections for the city of McMinnville, which will
Okay.
provide greater service to our contractors, and as a nice bonus, will bring additional revenue to the city.
Well, wonderful. No wonder you're excited.
Yeah, so it'll be a win-win.
I don't guess we need to take any action, do we?
Yeah, recommendation.
Okay.
I was just sorry to interrupt.
No, no.
Maybe you could explain the process now and how doing this. Doing these inspections in-house will help contractors and developers in the
And so with
process.
it'll make us a one-stop shop. We're out there inspecting the rough framing, rough mechanical, rough plumbing. So this will add just a little bit of time to check that rough electrical while we're on site. We're talking adding 15-20 minutes to inspection time. And so it'll help expedite that. And like I said, we'll become a one-stop shop. So all the permits will go through us. There's been times where contractors have been waiting a couple weeks. I've heard a couple of them have been waiting a month to get electrical inspections done. Because the current gentleman is doing it through the state covers a large area. And so he's only here twice a week.
Mm.
So this would open up to 5 days a week for inspections.
That's the key there
Yeah.
is contractors currently have to wait for the state.
Right.
We have to wait for the state to get there before we can do our stuff. So I just think this is, if we can get this through the state and get their approval, a huge thing for us to do.
Are there other cities already doing this?
Yes,
Yes.
yeah, I think there's 15 cities within the state that have the exhibit.
Murfreesboro does, I know that.
Yeah,
That's good.
there's a few others. I'd have to go through the list, but there's quite a few that do it.
Very good.
And is that you, Sean, that
Uh,
will be doing the inspecting?
Yes,
Mhm.
so I got the certifications and Bob and Art are working through theirs, and so then we'll get it all. But we can do it. So,
Great.
I looked at the average for MES. We're doing about 12 to 15 inspections a week. It's been about the average
Wow.
between the 2 days.
Any other questions for Sean? If not, I will entertain a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve.
Do I hear a second?
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries. We are adjourned.
So you're probably.
7 o'clock.
Not bad. It's fun, it's-
All right, 7 o'clock, we'll call the meeting of the Mayor and Board of Alderman to order. First item on the agenda is roll call.
Sally Brock,
Here.
Deidre Dunlap,
Present.
Stacy Harvey,
Present
Steve Harvey,
here.
Rachel Kirby's absent, Carrie Morton,
Here,
Mayor Chastain is absent.
Second item on the agenda is consideration of minutes. Are there any, you've received a copy of the minutes in your packet. Are there any additions, corrections or modifications? Not on entertain a motion. So
So-
moved.
Second.
Motion to approve is written and dispense with the reading. Motion by Mr. Stacy Harvey, second by Sally Brock. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Third item on the agenda is recognition of visitors. We have none. Fourth item on agenda is recognition of employees. Seeing none, we'll move on. Fifth item on the agenda is communications. There are none. Seventh item on the agenda is unfinished business. That's to review an ordinance number 1861, which is an adoption of procedures plan pertaining to the public notice of all business being considered by the city of McMinnville and at the time frame for the committee and full board consideration of such business to adopt a new public notice and agenda policy and set a time when the ordinance becomes effective.
This is in related to the public comment section. Is this that you brought up at the last meeting?
It is, and that there was a requirement for, I think it was a 24-hour notice ahead of time to be able to speak.
Well, if I
That letter
remember
was
correctly, I
not with-
think that was the way it was presented to us, but at the last meeting, we discovered that it wasn't, it's not a requirement. It was
That's
a
right.
suggestion. And I think it was presented to us as a requirement. That's why we passed it. And I believe, Mr. Harvey, you brought it up to reconsider that.
That's
Is
correct.
that correct? Okay.
Yeah, persons requesting to comment must sign up 24 hours prior to the meeting to speak during the meeting by emailing this email address and by calling the city offices.
Yeah, I
Um,
think that's a little much and I mean, as long as we limit them to the time and they stay on the agenda, the business on the agenda that night, I don't see a need for 24 hours.
Yeah.
I think that's too
I
much.
kind of feel the same way because people, as much as we put it out there, people are just not gonna realize sometimes they're just gonna show up and want to talk and I think we want to hear what they have to say.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Then the other item that kind of caught me, and y'all can tell me what you think about this, but the one is item 9, that all comments must be related to and will be limited to items on the agenda. Well, I get that, but then also, I remember times like when the folks from Forest Park had the trouble with the dogs over there, they came and let us know about it. That wasn't on the agenda, but I felt like it was a productive meeting and we got good results out of learning that. Now, that's not as critical to me as the 24-hour notice, but that kind of caught my eye as well.
Would, and I'm just thinking out loud for this, would it be advisable to make sure that any public comment here is not first noticed to the city? That maybe if it goes to the city administrator and it's unresolved, then it
That's-
comes here?
That's kind of the purpose of some of this was to catch things ahead of time. A lot of times when they come here, they've waited 2 weeks for a meeting and they could have called us 2 weeks ago. Or a week, whatever it may be, and we could have resolved the issue already.
Yeah.
So, yes, I agree.
I don't know. if
That's the goal, is to really catch these as soon as possible and address the issues right away. So we want to be as responsive as possible. And waiting for a meeting just didn't seem like the best way.
It's easy for us to sit here and say that would be the best way, but who knows if there's some personal issue that maybe they don't want to deal with a particular individual. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of for going back to the way that we've had it the whole 3 years I've been on this board. We haven't really had any problem. We had one individual that would come in here and we'd give him his 2 minutes and he would pretty much leave. But outside of that, we haven't had any issues. So with this, can we repeal? We accepted that. So we would have to make a motion to repeal that
You would just
and
strike
reinstate the
those,
existing policy.
strike that item from the,
I think you can amend the policy that you adopted.
right.
There's no bar to taking subsequent action on something previously approved.
Then I would make a motion that we amend this ordinance 1861 to strike the section that requires 24-hour advance notice to be heard in the recognition of visitors section of these board, mayor and alderman meetings.
A second.
A motion by Stacy Harvey, second by Dietrich Dunlap. Speak. Roll call.
Yes,
Um,
okay. Sally Brock,
Yes,
Deidre Dunlap,
Aye.
Stacy Harvey,
Aye.
Steve Harvey,
Yes,
Carrie Morton.
Yes. Okay,
motion carries. And do we want to, does anyone want to recommend that we strike? There's one other one that we didn't talk about as well. So there was the one about items need to be on the agenda that they speak about. And there's also one that says those requesting to speak must reside in our own property in Warren County, Tennessee. That's not required, but
I agree with that one.
Okay.
though.
I do too. I
Yeah.
think, and we're not as restricted as other cities where you have to reside in the city limits. You know what I
Right.
mean? I think that's pretty general. I think that's about as responsive as we can be.
okay.
So-
Any,
So we're just striking one.
well, unless
item.
somebody wants to make a
Yeah,
motion about the
I-
other one.
yes, I don't like the one that has to be pertaining to what's on our agenda. Sometimes they don't even know what's on our agenda, but they have an agenda. They need to talk about something.
Well, I would, if that's a motion from Ms. Morton, I would
Yes.
second that one. If they have a concern, we need to hear.
Okay, we have a motion by Carrie Morton, a second by Stacy Harvey,
And that
and
is.
that is to strike the item that says all comments must be related to and will be limited to items on the agenda.
And the only reason that I say that is sometimes our agenda doesn't come, it comes out like on a Thursday or a Friday for the proceeding Tuesday. We're gonna be narrowing that, we're gonna be narrowing that stuff down.
Right.
Ready for roll call for item number 9? Sally Brock.
Yes,
Deidre Dunlap,
Aye.
Stacy Harvey.
Aye.
Steve Harvey,
Yes,
Carrie Morton.
Yes,
motion carries.
I have one question. Item number 8 in that policy speaks to the need for each approved speaker to add their name and address to a public comment sheet. I would assume that would go away as well.
Or that would go with 9. Correct?
That would go with 6.
Okay.
I mean, I guess.
I wouldn't see any reason why keeping that record would be necessary if we struck the other two personally.
Right.
I would agree with you.
I just didn't want to leave it there and then
Yeah,
we've got a
sorry, I
policy
wasn't
that's
even-
got something that doesn't
didn't even
really
pull it up.
apply.
right.
Okay, so we need a motion and a second for that one.
So moved.
Well, unless we can put it with number 6, because they go 6 and 9 could go together.
Well, we already did one, didn't we?
We did 6, so we can say 9 is added with 6. Because we're striking 6, that was telling them 24-hour prior notice, and 8's asking them to add their name to a comment list, so they would be together.
I agree. I think that would be.
Okay,
So I'll put
Okay.
those together in the minutes. So we don't need a
everybody
roll
good with
call.
that?
So 6 and 8 go together and then 9 is a separate
Mhm.
item that we've motioned
Yeah.
and seconded. Okay.
does that work, Tim?
My head's spinning a little bit, but I think it gets the job done.
Okay,
And let's call it amendment to the policy that had been adopted.
Okay, so we're striking 6 and 8
And
and
9.
9.
Mhm.
Okay. Item number 8, under new business. Resolution number 2235 to authorize the city of McMinnville, Tennessee to statewide contract number 424 for Motorola Solutions for 38 Motorola APX 8000 all band TACN portable radios in the total amount of $330,281.54 for the McMinnville Police Department. To authorize the city administrator of the city of McMinnville to issue the necessary purchase order on behalf of the city of McMinnville to express the time when the resolution becomes effective.
Mr. Harvey, one of the things that we need to do for this is we need to agree to waive the rules of notice on this, because this was in a committee meeting that was yesterday that was time sensitive.
Right.
And so it got put on here. So I believe we have to waive the rules for this.
Yes, and I'll need a motion a second to,
I'll make that motion.
Second it.
I have a motion by Stacy Harvey and a second by Kerry Morton to suspend the rules to be able to vote on this. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The motion carries.
And I'll also make the motion to accept this resolution for these replacement radios for the city of, and that is covered through a grant.
Mhm.
We'll get full reimbursement for this, and these radios are sorely needed for our officers.
A second.
I have a motion by Stacy Harvey and a second by Dietrich Dunlap to approve resolution number 2235. That'd be a roll call.
Sally Brock,
Yes.
Deidre Dunlap,
Aye.
Stacy Harvey,
Aye.
Steve Harvey,
Yes,
Carrie Morton.
Yes.
motion carries. And we also have another motion that we need to suspend the rules for, and that's for a
Mhm.
truck repair for
Animal control. The
animal-
garbage.
no,
truck.
well, the truck purchase for animal control and a truck repair for street department. That we just learned about in committee tonight before the meeting. So we'll need a motion and a second to suspend the rules again.
So moved.
Second.
A motion by Sally Broughton, a second by Kerry Morton. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carries.
We're gonna do the repair bill first.
So we'll do the repair. Frank, you wanna? We need to touch that a little bit.
We had an unexpected breakdown of a garbage truck that had to be sent to Nashville for repair. The cost of it was $20,712.51. That's on the garbage truck. Then the vehicle for animal control, I found one that is $35,343.70. We have $40,000 in the budget to buy a truck for the animal control.
So we need a motion for each of these individually.
I
I'll make
think
a
we
motion.
probably should do them separately.
Yes.
So I'll make a motion that we approve the emergency repair to the sanitation department truck for the unexpected breakdown.
Second it.
I have a motion by Stacy Harvey and a second by Kerry Morton.
Roll call. Sally Brock,
Yes.
Deidre Dunlap,
Aye.
Stacy Harvey,
Aye.
Steve Harvey,
Yes,
Carrie Morton.
Yes.
motion carries. The second item is the purchase of a new truck for animal control.
I'll make a motion to accept the bid on that truck.
Second.
I have a motion by Kerry Morton, a second by Sally Brock.
Roll call. Sally Brock,
Yes.
Deidre Dunlap,
Aye.
Stacy Harvey,
Aye.
Steve Harvey,
Yes,
Carrie Morton.
Yes.
motion carries. Thank you, Frank. Item number 9 on the agenda is resolutions. Resolution number 2233 to authorize the city of McMinnville, Tennessee to accept a bid from Genesis Roofing for replacement of membrane roof and deck insulation at 202 Bell Street in an amount not to exceed $308,000 plus $46 per linear foot of metal deck replacement in accordance with the specifications of the city of McMinnville Water and Sewer Department. Subject to approval of the city attorney of contract proposed by Genesis, including but not limited to the items and conditions of the warranty referenced in its proposed contract. To authorize the city administrator to issue the necessary purchase order on behalf of the city of McMinnville and to express the time when the resolution becomes effective.
This is second reading, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve 2233.
Second.
I have a motion by Stacy Harvey and a second by Sally Brock. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote.
Sally Brock,
Yes.
Deidre Dunlap,
Aye.
Stacy Harvey,
Aye.
Steve Harvey,
Yes,
Carrie Morton.
Yes,
motion carries. Item B in resolutions is resolution number 2234 to authorize the city of McMinnville, Tennessee to purchase zero entry tile from Old South Carpet. To authorize the city administrator to issue the necessary purchase order and to express the time when the resolution becomes effective.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion by Sally Brock, and a second by Deidre Dunlap. Any discussion? Justin, I'm guessing this is for the pool?
Yes.
Okay,
Ready for the vote? Sally Brock,
Yes.
Deidre Dunlap,
Aye.
Stacy Harvey,
Aye.
Steve Harvey,
yes,
Carrie Morton.
yes,
most resolution passes. Item 10, ordinances. Ordinance number 1864, an ordinance of the city of McMinnville to amend multiple chapters and sections of Title 14 of the official zoning code of the city of McMinnville, Tennessee, to add provisions as outlined in Exhibit A, and to set the date that this ordinance shall become effective. This is second reading. Have a motion?
So moved.
second,
Have a motion by Stacy Harvey and a second by Carrie Morton. Any discussion? Sean still here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe just highlight us back on,
So this is just a couple of them. The one is safety, visibility on the streets, moving fence hedges, that type of stuff, 5 feet back, lowering the R2 lot size 10,000 square feet for a duplex, allowing a larger height increase for accessory structures. And one more, transfer of ownership for certain special exceptions, auto sales and that type of stuff, where that could be transferred of ownership.
we took the mobile home section.
Yep.
That's for later.
Manufactured home without, that's still.
I need to
Yeah.
abstain from that. I didn't realize that was wrapped up in the R2. This is the R2 minimum.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I need to withdraw my motion. I own property in that district.
I'll make the motion to accept it,
So
I'll
you're
second.
making the first.
yes,
Any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote.
Sally Brock,
Yes.
Deidre Dunlap,
Aye.
Stacy Harvey,
I need to abstain.
okay, Steve Harvey,
Yes,
Carrie Morton.
yes,
motion passes. Moving on to item B, ordinance number 1866 of the city of McMinnville to declare certain property and real estate as surplus property and express the time when the ordinance shall become effective. This is second reading.
So moved.
second,
Have a motion by Stacy Harvey and a second by Carrie Morton. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote.
Sally Brock,
Yes.
Deidre Dunlap,
Aye.
Stacy Harvey,
Aye.
Steve Harvey,
Yes,
Carrie Morton.
yes,
motion passes. Moving on to item C, ordinance number 1867 of the city of McMinnville, Tennessee, to transfer and convey unto Young Men United all of its rights, title, and interest in a parcel of real estate owned by the city of McMinnville as shown on the final plat for the city of McMinnville, Ramsey Park of record in plat E, plat cabinet E, slide 130 in the Register of Deeds Office of Warren County, Tennessee, lot 1.88 acres on Caldwell Street to be used for all lawful purpose of grantees as nonprofit corporations to authorize the mayor and recorder to execute the deed for said parcel and for such other reasonable documents as may be necessary to consummate the transfer and to set the time when this ordinance shall become effective. This is the second reading.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion by Sally Brock and a second by Dietrich Dunlap. Any discussion? I know that there was a question about the incorrect street name, but that gets corrected when, on the deed when it's signed. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Call for the vote. Sally Brock.
Yes.
Deidre Dunlap.
Aye.
Stacy Harvey.
Aye.
Steve Harvey.
Yes.
Sherry Morton.
Yes,
Motion passes. Moving on to item D, ordinance number 1868 of the city of McMinnville, Tennessee, to transfer and convey into Black History Museum of Warren County, Tennessee, all of its rights, title, and interest in a parcel of real estate owned by the city of McMinnville as shown on the plat, on the final plat for city of McMinnville, Ramsey Park of Record in Plat Cabinet E, slide 130 in the Register of Deeds Office of Warren County, Tennessee, Lot 2, 1.36 acres on Bernard Street to be used for all lawful purpose of grantees as nonprofit corporation, to authorize the mayor and recorder to execute the deed for said parcel and for such other reasonable documents as may be necessary to consummate the transfer, and to set the time when this ordinance shall become effective. This is the second reading. Have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second. Have a motion by Carrie Morton, a second by Stacy Harvey. Any discussion? Seeing none, we'll call for the vote.
Sally Brock.
Yes.
Deidre Dunlap.
Aye.
Stacy Harvey.
Aye.
Steve Harvey.
Yes,
Carrie Morton.
Yes,
motion passes. Moving on, item number 11, departmental reports. Any department heads have anything?
Last Tuesday night, I myself, and Nathaniel, attended, the engineering excellence awards in, Nashville. And, the city of McMinnville and James C. Haley received the American Council of Engineers Grand Award for the Center Street project, which was a sewer rehabilitation project. It was pipe bursting, going from an 18-inch line to a 24-inch line. So I'll let Nathaniel talk about how the award, how they received the award, and I'll pass it around, and he's got the floor. So.
It's heavier than that looks too. No, so Ricky and I, we knew this project was a special project whenever we started it. We knew that, you know, it was gonna take some ingenuity to get from point A to point B on it, with it being a dense residential neighborhood and all that. And so whenever the American Council of Engineering Companies Excellence Awards came out and the eligibility criteria came out, I asked Nolan and Ricky if we could submit it as a special project. And so we did. And then the special projects category, we won the grand award, which you guys have there. And so I wanted to read a snippet that was in the official document that we got at the Gala Awards there. It says, due to the failure of an 18-inch PVC gravity sewer line in a dense residential subdivision, the city of McMinnville required a minimally invasive solution for the proposed replacement. Trenchless technology, specifically pipe bursting, was utilized to replace approximately 300 feet of 18-inch sewer line with 24-inch restrained joint ductile iron. The project employed the largest static pipe bursting machine available and was the largest installation of restrained joint pipe via this construction method in Tennessee at the time. The project saved time and significant cost compared to traditional open cut construction. There were over 30 entities that were recognized last Tuesday. I think it was 5 or 6 of which got an actual grand award. So in our category, we received it. And I'm very fortunate to be able to work with the community that I came from, and I appreciate any opportunity that I have to be able to continue to do so. And of course, James C. Haley and Company, having worked with you guys from their inception in 1985. I would say since, before I was born, but that makes some people feel old. But
Roger
anyway. Just 1 year before I was. But anyway, it's an honor, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. I also brought this. This is y'all's. I've got one at the office, and I've also got one of those. So congratulations, guys. Thank y'all for working with us.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Any other departmental reports?
Excited to announce that today we had our, a representative on site from our local government software. And for the first time, we have our property taxes online. You can look them up, you can pay them. You can do everything you need to do 24/7 now, paying utility bills, paying property taxes, looking those things up. So if you have people asking, please direct them to our website. There's a nice button they can click on. They can look at prior year history. Anything they need is right there at their fingertips. They're always welcome to call as well, but we're excited about that downstairs.
Good deal. Thank you. Thank you, Sam.
Good evening. I just wanted to update you all on the cooling tower. So it's enormous. It's standing up behind the Milner Center. It is not wired in yet, but they have it there, and it is it's massive. But
Beautiful.
it's beautiful. We're excited about it. So I had a meeting today with Moffett Loftus out of Cookeville, and so they're just trying to keep me up to date. I hope by the next board meeting, I'll have some really good news that everything's been tied in and that it's working. We have the craft fair coming up this weekend at the Milner Center, so we're going to be super busy Friday, Saturday. We're starting to set up on that tomorrow, and then as you can see out here on the big grassy area, we have the ice rink coming up. So we're really excited about that.
Good
Thank
deal.
To let y'all know, I got a phone call today from Rimco, and we'll go get our ladder truck back tomorrow. And he sent me a picture and it looked really good. He done a good job on it, and so you may be seeing it on Facebook. He asked me if he can take a picture of it and post it. And I told him, yeah, go ahead and everything, but if y'all want to come by and look at it, welcome to see what kind of job he done. But I think he done a real good job on
Good deal.
it. Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Anyone else? Get everybody.
A bit 2 cents in, we've had last week and this week, we had 2 different days of rifle training. With our officers that carry the rifles, so they had some friendly competition. Winners and losers had to do push-ups. So I think this last group today, they tried to say everybody did push-ups, but I did catch a picture of the winners and the losers, the one doing the push-ups. So we posted that on our Facebook, as you can see. And Mark Mara is in a motorcycle school in Texas. It's a 2-week school. He's made it through the first week. He sent videos. He's doing a great job. So we'll have that should be up and running again. Since our other riders are not here anymore, and trying to recruit others that might be interested in riding the motorcycle. But he's doing a really great job. So, thanks.
Thank you, Chief.
Could I request a 5-minute executive session after the meeting's adjourned?
You sure can. Nolan?
Just wanted to announce, I guess, that we're having our second meeting of this month on the 28th.
Okay.
I think last time we talked about canceling it, but I think we have enough business to justify actually keeping it. So
Okay.
we've, I guess, uncanceled the meeting.
Uncancel. Sounds good. Anyone else? I hope I'm not speaking out of turn, but so the deeds have to be prepared for the Bernard and Ramsey Park properties, and we're gonna try to sign those late,
When will it be when will the ordinance be published?
I can put it in the paper for Friday.
Okay, we can't the deeds cannot be executed and delivered until publication.
Okay,
That's the last necessary step. But it is
So I can
necessary.
turn it in
And
in
the
the
date
morning.
of
and be there.
publication has to be stated in the deed, so it's the cart and the horse.
So next week, then is that what?
Certainly next week, if you make Friday, I would call it the first of next week to give the parties time to assemble for
Okay,
the actual execution and delivery.
all right. So we'll be contacting,
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
actually contact everyone.
okay.
I'll coordinate that.
Anyone else? Not, this meeting's adjourned.
Yeah.